Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dynasty Queens. I'm your host, Pamela Nicole, and I've got my gorgeous co-host,
Nia J.
Oh, my goodness, honey. What are we discussing today?
So,
what are we talking about?
You know, I love me some good music.
Always.
And I love my male artists and whatnot, but let's talk about female women that dominate in music.
Oh.
So, I know that surpassing genres, right?
Okay. Yeah.
We have people that you consider superstars, people that have a gift for their vocal ability and talent.
Of course.
And then also we have people that are known for their star power.
Yeah.
So I guess my first question to you is, what carries more weight? Your star power, being like your stage presence, you may have like not such strong vocals, or that true dynamic star that can belt out the song and may not have the dance moves. What like carries more weight, and what's in popular culture, who stands out more?
Oh, wow. That's a really difficult question, hun. I definitely would say the latter. I definitely think that if you have a stronger voice and you can carry, your feel, it's more of an emotion. Some good contenders, I could say, as far as that. I mean, Whitney Houston, she danced a little bit, like in some of her music videos. Mariah Carey's another one that I think, vocals just shine.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So let's go back to Whitney. So You said she danced. The only time I ever saw her dance was like in Dance with Somebody.
Yeah.
Besides that, I can't think of any other time that I've ever seen Whitney Houston dance.
I'm trying
Please
to
enlighten
think.
me.
Did she dance in It's Not Right, But It's Okay? I feel like she had a little
Girl.
little cameo dance. That's right. She was bobbing her head, but I thought that she had a little part that she did.
That's what I
dance.
remember. It's all right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Pack your bags
with the
up and leave. Whatever. Rather be alone than unhappy.
Oh. Had to add that ad-lib in there.
Whitney riff, No, but Whitney, her star power.
Yeah.
I recently just watched a documentary about her life on Netflix, and, she's someone who grew up in the trenches of New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. And her story, to me, I'm not trying to dim a light or anything, but honestly, she was just a regular girl with a gifted voice. And I feel that she felt that about herself, too. Like, they called her Nippy and stuff, and she was just like the homegirl down the street. Like, it wasn't... I don't think she saw herself in that way in any type of form. It's like stardom and fame create something that it's not real.
I gotcha.
So, beautiful voice,
yeah.
super talented. I think she really was a star. And in her time, that was necessary. I don't really think at that time you had to necessarily dance.
Okay.
But I think her voice alone, it just carries, and it's just like effortless. And then her range and her runs, like to me, Whitney was queen of the runs. Right?
I agree with you on that one, definitely.
Yeah.
And I feel like I like that you mentioned queen of the runs. I feel like every decade has had a queen of the runs.
Okay.
So we start with Whitney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you move to Mariah.
Right.
Mariah had all those ad libs, the whistle notes.
Honey,
she started the whistle notes,
Yeah.
And then other ad lib queen is Christina Aguilera.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like every years we've had that.
Definitely. I feel like Mariah and Whitney were definitely same generation.
Oh yes, for sure.
I know Whitney came out a few years before. Well, Whitney came out probably a good 6 or 7 years before Mariah.
Definitely.
But still the same era or whatever. But
absolutely.
Oh, Mariah Carey.
Man.
Definitely. Her voice is beautiful.
Yes.
I used to love her music videos growing up.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of her songs. And I also liked how she incorporated hip hop a lot of the time with her style.
That. And I think Mariah definitely was one of those. She used terminology. She used big words that you don't usually, you don't usually hear just in, casual conversation that you hear in most kind of, songs.
I can be elusive with you, baby.
Yes.
Oh, I can be elusive with you, honey.
Yes.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Yes.
She did use words and dialogue.
Yes.
And like I said, to me, I love all of her music.
Yeah.
Like Heartbreaker, Fantasy, as a child, Dream Lover.
Oh, yes. That was it.
My shit. Like, I used to love that music video, all the guys dancing in the field.
Right.
Take me up, take me down, take me anywhere you want to, baby, now. I need you so desperately. Right.
That.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, the song that she had, the rendition of Make It Last with Joe, that's like, that song is near and dear to my heart. Like, I love, because Joe is my favorite male R&B singer.
Yes.
He always has been, even though he's kind of like, what, Joe? Like, yeah, girl, Joe.
He had some bangers. Like,
he did.
He had some bangers.
But I just love that song, the Make It Last. I like it better than the Keith Sweat version.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. It just meshed so well.
Yeah.
And, you know, Mariah has had so many great collabs. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about Whitney.
Right.
When You Believe, when The Prince of Egypt came out, that was monumental.
Oh, yeah. They did have that great...
That
duo song.
And
yeah.
you had the ad-libs from Whitney, you had the ad-libs from Mariah, and it was just so beautiful how like it just all came together.
Okay.
You know, I will definitely say that's one of my favorite duets. Mm-hmm. And then Mariah also teamed up, of course, One Sweet Day with
Boyz II Men. Oh,
girl,
man, For some reason, there's certain songs, when they start, it makes me like emotional. It makes me. I don't know why, but I guess because of the connotation of the song, and like every time I hear that drop, like
that instrumental, and then
like as soon as it drops, I'm like, okay,
you feel it right here.
Here we go, yeah. But I love that, beautiful song. Yes. A lot of her duos, really good, are her collabs, and a lot of her career, she did a lot of collaborations. But she was smart. Like I said, a lot of hip-hop collaborations. Heartbreaker with Jay-Z. ODB with
Fantasy.
Yeah. She did one with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, she sure did. Break down. Yeah.
Steady breaking me on down.
Yes.
So it's just like, I love Mariah for that. Like, even though she was Miss Bougie Queen, she always got down with the hip-hop community. So I respected her for that.
I think that, you know, a lot of people don't really like look at the other songs that she has. There's a song on her Daydream album. Mm-hmm. It's called Looking In. It is probably my favorite Mariah Carey song of all time.
Okay.
And she's so vulnerable in the song. And she talks about how she feels like a little girl looking out of the window at life, and she's just stuck. Mm-hmm. So it's such a vulnerable song, and it's so relatable, and it's kind of a sad song, you know, but you're used to like I'm flirting with the boys, like my lover, like this, I'm giving you my all, and then she
give my all.
And then she has this little song about like just this little girl that is just, what am I doing, you know, and it's just beautiful.
Oh, another one of hers that I love is Always Be My Baby. And I like the video, too. It's really cute. She's on the swing, has her little... That was Mariah with her little bang era.
Yes, the bangs, the brown hair and the bangs, girl.
You'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, you're never gonna shake me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. It'll linger. Oh. You know, we like to ad-lib together.
We do.
Yeah. Okay, so is Toni part of this?
Oh, girl.
Is she part of this?
No, I love me some Toni Braxton.
But is she part of like, when it comes to like someone who can belt out like a great ballad, is she part of that?
Oh, great ballads? Definitely.
I love it. Let me tell you something.
Definitely.
And I only listen to Toni Braxton at night.
Really?
I can't listen. I mean, I'll listen to some, like, I gotta listen to 7 whole days, like 10 at night if I'm going somewhere.
Really?
7 whole days. And not a word from you.
You know what?
7 whole
That's
nights.
crazy.
I have to listen to her. She's like a quiet storm artist to me.
And when I'm cleaning the house, I have Toni Braxton on. I have the whole album on.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I love to listen to her at night, like 7 whole days. I will listen to, what's the track she had off the Boomerang album? The, Love Shoulda Brought You. I can listen to that in the daytime, but some of her stuff is like very like, same with Sade. I got to listen to her at night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a lot of artists. I just feel like Quiet Storm, you know? Like Quiet Storm, you got to listen to artists like when the sun is down.
Interesting. I never thought about it that way. I've always, like you mentioning this, And I'm like the complete opposite.
Really?
I'm like, when I'm doing my Saturday chores, it's Toni Braxton. It's also Adele. I have Sade.
Sade, I listen to her in the daytime too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
She's
I want those like
playlist.
nostalgic, like I want Smooth Operator. I want, I want all those songs that like you grew up. And I think what it is for me personally, my mama used to listen to those songs when she would be cleaning.
Okay, yes.
So I think it carried on in my subconscious. It just carried on. So I always like go on YouTube, put on the best of Toni Braxton, and I just start getting the cleaning, girl.
Yes. She had so many. I mean, Unbreak My Heart.
Spanish Guitar.
One Man Up For Me. One of my favorites of her is, what's the one where she's like, do 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 do. What is that?
Oh, you're making me high?
Oh my God, I love that song.
Yes.
Like and she had really good music videos too.
It's the range. It's the deepness.
Yeah.
It literally is just that sultry, deep, raw vocal that she had. Because no one really had that. If you really think about it, like back in the 90s, no one else really had that deep, low falsetto like Toni did. So that I definitely think that made her stand out from a lot of other people.
Just another sad love song.
Girl. Yes.
And that was all like Babyface producing, you know.
Today's episode of Dynasty Queens is brought to you by Drip Top, the newest, hottest trend in fashion. You guys, if you love fashion, being a trendsetter, looking your best, you can have it all in the palm of your hand. This Drip Top app is what it's about. Fresh trends in fashion. Please believe me, we know what's up. Whether you're into streetwear, the chic style, it doesn't matter. You can be going out a night in the town. We got you. Make sure you check us out. Browse this app. It's at just a drop and click of the tap of the screen. Let's roll. Drip Top.
And the best part of it too is it's not just about discovering new fashion. It's about the community. It's a full-on community. So you can follow your favorite content creators. You can get tips and tricks to your fashion, whatever you want to do. And on top of that, you can level up your style.
Right.
It's a great thing. So y'all go ahead and download the Drip Top app. You can get it on Google Play and the App Store, Apple Store. And go ahead and look it up. It's Drip Top, DRIPTOCK, and level up your style today. Also, go ahead and visit the website at www.driptop.com, or you can go ahead and scan the QR code right here on our screen. Y'all, don't forget, stay bold, stay fresh, and stay all together with Drip Top.
So I think back then it was the battle of the queens. Like you had Toni, she was with Babyface. You had Whitney, she was with Clive Davis.
Yes.
And then we have Miss Janet Jackson.
Oh, yes.
Now she is someone who possibly her vocal range was not as broad and vast as some of the other girls of her time, but she had the dance moves.
Definitely.
So is she like, where we doing where is she a contender?
Ooh.
Is she like, or is she just like,
I mean, personally, I love Janet like I do, but I don't think I put her up with the greats.
Okay. Ooh, really? Not with the greats. Now this will cause a lot of debate.
That's okay.
And confusion with our viewers.
Our viewers. No, for me personally, I think we had talked about this on one of our other podcasts. There is a difference between an entertainer and like a legend.
Okay.
I really feel that.
So you're saying Janet's not a legend?
Oh, I'm not saying fully that she's not a legend, but she, to me, is more of an entertainer. She's got the moves. She's got the vocals too. So she definitely is entertaining. You know what I mean? I don't think that I have heard a Janet song that just like rocked me to my core, like a Whitney or a Mariah. There's no like ballads. There's sexy ballads. Don't get me wrong. They're hot. There's sexy ballads, but it's nothing that is just like.
There's songs of hers that touch my soul.
Really? Okay.
Let's Wait a While. I love that song.
That's a great song.
I love that song. There's something I want to tell you. I just love that song. And my favorite of hers is what's the one? The one where she's like a moth to a flame, burned by the fire.
Oh, That's the Way Love Goes.
That's the Way Love Goes.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs. Ever. Like,
that's
hands down.
It's a sexy song. Like, I feel like she exudes sex. She has a very sexy demeanor to her. So like growing up, yeah, those were the jams.
Rhythm Nation,
yes.
Girl,
Another
Janet
jam.
Jackson is a legend. I have to disagree with you, Pam.
That's okay.
But that's just my list.
Definitely.
She'll be on my list. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, when we're looking at legends in the industry, we have, like, what are we looking at? To me, she's the total package. She has the look. She has some vocals. She can dance her ass off.
She really can.
So to say Janet is not a legend, that's like, what, girl?
I don't know. Like, when I think legend, girl, I think like those heartfelt ballads. I'm thinking.
To me, I love Toni Braxton, like I said.
Yeah.
But to me, when it comes down to it, I'm away, as far as like stardom, I'm away Janet over Toni as far as stardom power.
Okay.
I don't know who I would prefer over the two. Like, I love their music is so different.
It is,
and I
very
listen to
different.
it for different reasons.
Gotcha.
You know, like Janet is more like party vibes. Sometimes some sad stuff about men, but most of the time it was like she's in the mood, she's in love and stuff. And Toni was a lot of heartbreak and like devastation.
Yes.
So you have to imagine sometime either this is what the artist is going through, or the producers are like, hey, and the writers talk about this. But a lot of time it's coming from personal experience.
Absolutely.
So I'm assuming in the early 90s, Toni was just going through it.
Girl, yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of artists that are, as we say, going through it, like Whitney was going through it, I feel like some of those artists, they just have a certain type of pain in their voice. Beyonce, like she came out with Lemonade, like you could just tell. We all know the story. Like she was lifing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So is Beyonce on your list of like...
Definitely, she's a legend. Definitely, yeah. Beyonce has some...
So wait,
balance.
Beyonce is on there, but not Janet Jackson.
And let me tell you why. So, I'm a ballad girl. So if it's a ballad that I can just like, it makes me cry, it gets me there, and I can just feel it in my heart and soul, that's what I would like say would make you a legend. So Halo.
Oh, yeah.
And then Heaven, when she did Heaven Couldn't Wait for You.
Yeah.
You know the backstory about Crystal and everything. That just rocked me to my core.
I feel you, because it's a personal connection that you can,
absolutely,
pair the story with.
Yeah, so when it comes to something that like just absolutely destroys me and goes deep down to my core, that is what I would like, for me personally, like consider like a legend. Like if you can get me there, oh honey, let me give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
what about someone like Lauryn Hill?
Oh,
this was Miss One album,
right?
But rocked the world.
Definitely.
With one single album.
No,
and so many amazing tracks that had so much meaning. And she was, now that I'm a lot older, I realized how young this girl was when she wrote this album. The genius it takes to be 23, 24 and write the kind of music about love and life and her son and all this that she wrote at such a young age is genius.
Yeah.
It's not normal.
No.
It's not normal.
It's extraordinary, actually.
It is.
So, yeah, I would definitely put her in there. She's definitely a contender in there because it's moving music, Now, with hers, she had the bounce, but again, it's about the meaning behind the songs and what it does to you emotionally. So, yeah, I would definitely say Lauryn Hill is up there.
So, the only thing about her...
Okay, what do you think?
It was one album. It's like, what truly defines, like... a legend, an icon. I mean, she is, but does she hold the same weight? Because, for example, she couldn't really do a versus against some other artists who have more tracks. Now, one album, she had a lot of hits, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like, how do you gauge that?
That's true. And I think it just really depends on what the musicality and what the music does to every individual. So, like, for you, for instance, what would you say would be your top 3 things that what make an artist like legendary in your life? Like, what would you say?
They have to have the star power. Like to me, imagery is everything, and along with the vocals and stuff. But I'm talking about the whole package. Like, it has to be somebody that men want to sleep with and women want to be like.
Ah, okay.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
The second thing is your talent. Obviously, the vocal range. Can you hit certain notes? Is your music relatable? Is a crossover?
Okay.
Will white people jam your shit just like the urban community? Are you crossover? If you're crossover, then you're qualified to be a legend, because everybody, that means you can go on tour to Japan, Australia, Germany,
right?
Different places in the world, and everybody's going to know who you are, even if they don't speak the language. They will learn how to sing your song in their language. I mean, in English.
Yeah.
So I think that also, and your overall star power.
Okay.
Like, your overall star power, like when you, they're walking into like a Tonight Show or, to perform at the Grammys, like you get that adrenaline rush, like, okay, this is about to be good.
Yeah.
Like when Beyonce performs, I know she always says, like, when you see behind the scenes and clips of her, she's like, I get so nervous and all this. And then I'm just like, I have to turn into Sasha Fierce. But I just know every time she's going to step. It's like never going to be a time where she's going to miss a beat. 100% confident that she's going to rock that stage no matter what.
And does.
Yeah. So So I think you really have to be that triple threat of also a true icon, a true star. You really have to have all of it. But at the same time, the era of Whitney Houston and other times, women weren't really, other than Tina Turner, women weren't just moving all about the stage.
Yeah.
They were kind of stationary. That was kind of, if you look back in history, even Aretha Franklin, she would stand there. She didn't dance. Did she dance? Well, maybe a little
sway, like they did.
A little sway.
A little bounce, little bounce.
Big mama sway, but that was about it. Like, the first person that I really saw to like really get up there and gyrate was Tina Turner.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I don't know if she's considered. How do you?
Tina.
Like, what are we basing this off of?
Wow.
Because the name Tina Turner, everybody knows it.
Of course, household name.
But she didn't have the best voice. But her voice was different.
That's true.
It had rasp. It had raw. She was getting her ass beat, so she was feeling it,
Yeah. Getting that extra little oomph.
Left a good job in the city. Work. She had soul. So I think it's like a matter of opinion, really. Because you could throw so many people in the mix. You could throw Diana Ross and people. Her voice was kind of just, but her star power was bigger than her vocal ability.
Yeah.
So it's so many factors that play, a part into what makes an icon an icon.
Gotcha.
But if you're going just based off of voice, then I can line them up real quick for you.
Okay, let's go. Let me get your list. Huh?
Well, yeah. So I know, to me, Whitney is on there.
Okay.
Mariah.
Okay.
Like I said, I already said why I fuck with Toni Braxton.
Yeah.
For sure. Vocal ability is what we're talking about,
absolutely.
Right? And then we could do one with just overall, like, entertainer, like you said.
Yeah.
But with vocal ability, Whitney, Janet, Toni Braxton. I mean, not Janet. I'm sorry. Whitney. Toni Braxton, Mariah. Beyonce has overall star power.
Oh, yes.
So she's definitely up there. Who else are we thinking? Because we have other contenders. We have like Mary J. Blige. We have Lauryn Hill. We have so many female musical artists.
Jeez. Now, are we just dealing with R&B, or are we dealing with like just overall? Because we could definitely add other people to the mix.
Oh, like Celine Dion.
Yeah.
I mean, Christina Aguilera. Adele.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
So many different.
Right.
Gotcha. It's hard. It's really hard to just have like, I definitely don't think there is such a thing as a top 3, top 5. It's hard.
I also love Madonna, a lot of her music.
Oh, girl, yes. Oh, iconic. Yeah. Now, how about our short-lived stars? For example, we've got the beautiful Aaliyah and Miss Selena Quintanilla. Do you feel like in their own right, would you consider them legends? Even though their lives were cut short. Also, like Left Eye. Like, how do you feel about our short-lived queens out there?
Left Eye had a little bit more longevity than the others. She was around for about a decade before she passed.
Yeah.
Left Eye was she definitely was a good rapper, and I think I liked her swag, her style.
Yeah.
Her cadence of rapping was different at the time. The way she like kind of like made stuff flow and like she had like a little thing about her, you know. She was really cool, but she wasn't a singer.
Gotcha.
You know, TLC as a whole, definitely an iconic group.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I think they go down as a group, as a whole. They were, I think they consider themselves an R&B group. Mm-hmm. As a whole, not a hip hop, because there was one rapper, but
right.
Left Eye in particular was a rapper,
of course.
So I can't throw her in the mix with the R&B queens, mm-hmm. but in her own right with female rappers, I love her. Mm-hmm. Like to me, she's like one of my top 5.
Okay,
for female like hip hop like rappers.
Gotcha.
I really fuck with Left Eye. Like I know all her verses and everything. I love the Ladies Night verse, the one on Waterfalls, the one with Donnell Jones.
That's the one right there.
Yeah, the Donnell Jones one. Say what. So baby, tell me what's up. Can we ascend to higher heights and when the path get right? Like I love Left Eye. Like I really do. But she's not R&B. Mm-hmm. The group was.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. What about Aaliyah?
Oh my God, that's my baby. Mm-hmm. I love Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Absolutely adore her. I think she's one of those people posthumously became more of a legend after death just because of the whole, the way she passed and she was so beautiful. People love beautiful people and it's sad when beautiful people die. It just is.
It is.
So because of that, she became... What's the word I'm looking for? She became more of like the culture, or like urban culture. And yeah, she became that.
Yeah.
Like almost like a Marilyn Monroe. I know she's not an artist, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, technically.
Yeah, because now you can find memorabilia of Aaliyah everywhere.
This is true.
And her family, or at least her uncle, still makes money off of her name.
Wow.
To this day. Mm-hmm. But I don't think she had reached icon status.
Okay.
During life, but she was one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just like a Brandy and people like that I love.
Oh, yeah.
As a little girl, I adored Brandy. I had the Brandy doll. I love all her music. Like as a 5 and 6-year-old, sitting up in my room was my jam.
Yes.
Best Friend, Wanna Be Down. Her whole first album. I love Brandy.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. So it's so many different women that I think have in their own right, carry their own weight in the music industry, and you can respect them for different reasons.
Definitely. No, I love your list. It's just, it's almost like the list is kind of infinite because there's like, if you go back in time, like we can even go back to like Etta James.
I was thinking about her earlier. We were talking about when you sit there in front of the mic, she would really belt out a real ballad. Etta James, like
definitely.
Exactly. From the heart, from the gut.
And see, another one, I think, like, back in the day, like, if, like, we were to ask our parents, like, if we were to sit down and talk to our moms about, like...
My mama would say Shaka Khan.
Really?
My mama loved Shaka Khan. And as a female, and Tina Marie.
Oh, see, my mom couldn't stand Tina Marie.
Really?
Yeah.
Who does your mom like?
My mama was very Aretha.
Okay, of course,
Aretha, Etta... And Lena Horne, actually.
Your mom listens to Lena Horne?
Oh, yeah, Lena Horne.
Okay. Yeah, so. That seems like a generation, like, I think my grandmother probably rocked with Lena Horne, but my mom was like Shaka Khan, Tina Marie, Aretha Franklin, SOS Band. Like, she really liked groups.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, another one, like, when I was coming up, too, this, of course, is an R&B, but Gloria Estefan.
Oh, yeah. Come on, shake your body, baby. Do that conga.
Hey. Yes.
Everybody.
Iconic, like, in the house. Like, that was just, like, in the 80s. Like, that was it, Mm-hmm. So I definitely say that would be, like, my mom's little, list or whatever.
My dad loves Anita Baker.
Oh, Anita Baker's a great one. Yes.
Yeah. But she's not on my list.
No. Why not? What is she missing that wouldn't put her on the list?
I love her. She's just not on my list.
Gotcha.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
But my dad adores her. My dad loves
Anita.
Yeah.
Yes. And then who else? Patti LaBelle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My mama definitely loves Patti. Patty. Patti LaBelle, a legend.
Yes.
We can't even. This list is not even possible without those legends from back in the day. Your Patti, Let's do a real list.
Okay, let's go.
Patty.
Okay.
Aretha.
Etta.
If you want to throw a white lady in there, Stevie Nicks or somebody, or
Oh, I was gonna say, oh God, Bonnie Raitt.
Bonnie Raitt.
Bonnie Raitt.
She was Let's Give Them Something to Talk About.
Yes.
Is that her? Okay. Okay.
That's Miss Bonnie Raitt.
Got you. Yeah, the list is like infinite. I like Tina Marie. I don't know if it's because my mom did, but I personally
I like Tina Marie too.
I like her
Yeah.
music. The one about the white horse or whatever.
Yeah.
Just love her music.
Her
Throwback.
voice was so different too. Like,
Yeah.
she had, for
Fire and desire.
for a white woman, she had a lot of fire.
Girl, I did not know. As a little girl, I did not know she was
Really?
white. No, for the longest time. But my mom, she kept all the albums. Like, she had the old, what's it called? Record player.
Oh, the vinyls and stuff?
Yeah, and she had
Yeah.
all these vinyls. And when I saw that white lady with that curly hair, the album was her, like, looking up by a frown. I was like, Mama, who is that? She's like, that's that chick who sings the Square Biz. I was like, no, it's not. That's not the lady who sings Square Biz. She was like, yeah, that's her. I was like, oh, wow, okay. So I was like, I'm discovering Blue Eyed Soul. So, yeah. But,
Man.
I mean, it's just, the list goes on and on, girl.
does.
It's just so many amazing and talented women.
There are.
Yeah.
Now, what about just not on R&B, but what about Dolly Parton? Would you put on the list for you?
I like her style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her style for sure.
She's been around for a hot minute.
Man, she's been around forever and a day. Yeah, but she's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, who else would you put on your list?
I think my top list is Whitney, Toni Braxton, Mariah Carey, Aretha Franklin, and like Beyonce, I guess, honestly.
You know, you
H-Town.
love Queen Bee, yeah.
I have to rock with B. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
What about you?
I would definitely have to say, oh man, Sade's on mine.
Oh my God, I forgot about her.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Like, hold on.
Yes, I love Sade.
Yeah, I love Sade. I love just her voice is just like honey. I love it so much. So Sade, Mariah, Whitney. Jeez. Selena.
Okay.
She's not R&B,
up there.
but
She's up
you
there
know,
on your favorite. Okay.
she's on my list. Did I say Toni already?
I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
Toni.
And Toni Braxton.
Yeah, Toni Braxton.
I like that list.
Because it hits me.
Yeah.
It hits me every time. Like they all have at least 2 to 3 songs that just do it
Right.
every time. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I think in closing, we can definitely say that we have some amazing, talented, beautiful women in the industry.
Yes.
And, there's a lot when you're looking at trying to decide what makes them a superstar, right? At the end of the day, they're all superstars in their own right. And to be respected for their gifts, their talents, and what they contribute to the culture in total. So
Period.
That's how I feel about it. So I need everybody to comment, like, subscribe. Let us know who your favorite female musical artist is of all time.
yeah.
We'll chime in with you and we can kind of compare notes and see
Absolutely.
how we feel about that situation.
Like, give us your top 5. Like,
Right.
Let's compare and contrast.
Exactly. Yeah. So once again, in closing, I am Nia J, and I'm with my fantastic, fabulous, wonderful, amazing co-host,
Pamela Nicole.
And until next time,
This
is
is Dynasty Queens.
Queens.